Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Joey Thomas, entrepreneur and small business educator with 17 hats. Today, I want to talk websites. What are some elements that you need to put in your websites today to make it convert better? Let's talk websites. All right, I have 7 easy tips for you guys to help you convert your website visitors into paying clients. So just hang out with me for a few minutes, and number 7 is going to make your life a whole lot easier. All right, so number 1 is essential for every single website. I don't care what you do. You could be a dog walker, you could be a makeup artist, you could be running a limo service or as a photographer, whatever it is you do. Number 1, it all starts here. Come on, we are visual people. Right? Your audience, they have a few seconds. Research shows that it only takes a few seconds for someone to decide whether you are for them or not. They have to connect with you very, very quickly. So, what's the first thing that they should see when your homepage opens up? An impactful image. I want you guys to make sure, find a striking image, an image that tells the viewer something about your product or service, and make sure that it is the best image that will tell the story of your brand just like that. So I want you to place this image at the top of your homepage. As soon as someone gets in on that site, they have to be impacted by it. So that's number 1, an impactful image. So number 2 is so critical to the foundation of who you guys are and what your business is. It's your brand message. Now, if I go on a website and I don't know what you stand for or what your company is about, why should I care? Right? How do I know if you are a luxury brand or if you care about what I care about? How do I know if you're going to solve my problem? Right? So in order for me to know what the intention of your business is, you have to tell me right up front. So number 2 is to have a crystal clear brand message. Okay? So imagine you have this impactful image. Now you could place this easy brand message right over this image, because that way it makes sure that you are putting it in a place where they don't have to scroll to get to, or you've heard the terms above the fold, right? So if somebody opens up your website, and then they see the homepage, don't make them scroll to figure out what your business is about. They should see it immediately. For example, on 17hats.com, you open the page and there's a great image at the top, and the very first thing that you see is leave the chaos behind. That is the brand message. Leave the chaos behind. Now when I see that, I'm thinking, chaos, that sounds right. I mean, my business feels a little chaotic. What do I need to do to kind of clean it up? I want to go from chaos to controlled, and that's what it's all about. So as soon as I open up 17hats.com, that's the first thing that I see. So what is your brand message? What do you want your visitor, your user, your viewer to feel about the service that you offer? I want you to put that right there at the very top of your website. So have you guys heard of social proof? Now that's number 3. You need social proof on your website. Now I'm not talking about the classic testimonials or raves page, right? Who actually reads that? People don't read through all the testimonials, but they will read testimonials if they are strategically placed through each page of your website. Right? So on a pricing page, you can give testimonials about value. On the experience page, you can give testimonials about how great of an experience they had, how much fun they had working with you. On the home page, it could be all about you as a person, but no matter where you put it, place it in a way that's relevant to the page and make sure it's spread out. That way, while the user is experiencing your website, they see the testimonials and little blurbs from the testimonials in a natural or an organic way. So that's number 3, is testimonials or social proof. So every website is an experience. It's a journey, right? So imagine if a client is walking through a store, a luxury brand name store in the mall, and that you go in and you get greeted, right? You smell the smells. It's bright. Everything looks beautifully organized. Like they could just see at a glance, oh, that's where the shoes are, right? That's where all the purses are. That's where the suit jackets are, or the suitcases are, right? You could just see it at a glance. It's not cluttered, right? And so someone comes and greets you. They ask you if you need anything, right? And then they let you know exactly what they offer, or maybe they have a special or something like that. They're going to tell you right ahead of time. Maybe not even a special, maybe just a featured item, right? Maybe a featured item for that season. But either way, when you go into that luxury store, there's going to be an experience. And it's that experience that makes people keep coming back over and over again, because you know what? They don't get that everywhere, right? So what is it that you're offering that creates a unique, remarkable, and unforgettable experience, right? So I want you to think about that for a second. What makes a website unique and remarkable? Well, a lot of websites have just been around a long time, right? There's not a lot of updates to them. You can see that it looks like it started back in the year 2000, and they've added a few elements here or there, but it looks a little outdated. So refreshing your website and making sure that your brand messaging and your brand, the visual brand, is very clear, right? There's some rhyme and reason to it. The colors are nice and organized, right? The colors make sense. There's a beautiful palette, right? And because colors evoke a feeling on a website, right? So whatever your brand colors are, just make sure it's nice and it's clean and it's coming through. The logos, the graphics. Work with the graphic designer and create a graphic package where it's all cohesive and it starts making sense. For example, icons, buttons, separators, right? Just any type of graphic element that really works well together. Now, there are some great template websites out there that you can start with a template, and then there's some websites where you start with a template and you get to customize it. But no matter what you choose or what you're working with, you want to make sure that, first of all, visually, there's a great experience, right? Because we do experience things in the world visually, right? And there's a feeling, right? When you see the snow falling or the mountains, or when you see green grass and green trees, visually, it's like the start of a great experience. Just like when we smell like a warm apple pie or pizza, right? It's the beginning. You're anticipating something great. So when your client, when your viewer comes to your website, are they anticipating something great, or does it evoke anxiety? You don't want that for sure, right? Because you're going to see that they're going to leave the site really quick and you're not able to convert your clients. So you want to help them anticipate a great experience. So what's a great experience? Now, they need to see visually the layout of the website allows them to move where they want to in a logical way, right? It's not hidden. It's not hard to find the pricing page, right? My recommendation is, if you have pricing, call it pricing, right? Just be clear about what you're calling the page in your navigation bar. Just call it pricing. When you write info and they have to click on that info and then see sub-menus underneath that, I don't know. To me, if I have to dig around a little bit more to find what I'm looking for, that's not a great experience. So think about the experience that the client has when your web page just pops up. For example, is there a video that pops up and sound starts playing immediately? Do you know that a lot of people are looking at your website from their place of work? And the last thing they want is for their boss to walk around the corner and they hear the music playing from your video or an interview or something that you have playing. So set it up where the video is muted when it starts. So I'm not saying don't have the videos, it's just let it start muted and let the user choose to unmute it. That is part of the experience, right? So that is our next one. It is experience, and just once you have it designed, show a few people, ask questions, right? So some friends, show some people that's going to be honest with you and help them tell you where they get stuck, right? Ask them, where are they getting stuck? Are they getting confused? Is this easy to navigate? Is there too much information? Is it too cluttered? Right? Do the colors make sense? Does the design make sense? Ask a lot of questions, because that's the best way for us to learn. All right, so now we're gonna pause for a second to review the first 4 tips that I gave you for a website that converts. Number 1, you start with an impactful image. You want to catch their attention. You want them to know immediately what you guys are about, and visually, you want them to stop for a second and say, hey, that looks really good. I'm gonna stick around for a second. Number 2 is a hyper clear brand message. What's your brand promise? What are you promising your client or your user? Do they know that up front? So you could even overlay that message right up the top. Don't make them scroll any further to have to figure out what it is that you do. And number 3 is social proof, right? Social proof are client testimonials, client videos. You want them spread out. It could be full paragraphs. It could be little blurbs, right? That's strategically placed in your website and designed so that the client just naturally and organically takes it in and starts feeling a little bit more confident, knowing that other people are having great experiences with you. Number 4, make sure they are having a great experience navigating through your website. You don't want them to be confused. You don't want things to feel cluttered. You want them to know exactly how to get to A to B and how to reach out to you. And if that experience is great, it's more likely that they will spend more time on your website. All right, so now let's go to number 5. Number 5 may be one of my favorites and something that I want you guys to really kind of take a moment. I want you to make sure you write this down, because this is going to impact every single page of your website. Number 5 is to know the purpose. Okay, and the purpose and the goal for every single page on your website. So there's 3 questions I want you to ask about every page on your website. Number 1, how do you want them to feel? Right? So when they come to your homepage, when they go to your about page, when they go to your experience page or the page where you show your offerings, how do you want them to feel? What emotion do you want them to have? For example, if they're on my about page, I want them to feel that I am the expert. I want them to feel that I am the person who's going to take care of their problems, that I have the solutions to the problems that they are bringing or the reason why they're coming to my website. That's what I want them to feel. So now I can look at my content and I can decide did I do a good job of helping them feel that way? All right, so on my homepage, what do I want them to feel? Right? Do I want them to feel encouraged? Do I want them to feel excited about hiring me or my service? Do I want them to feel that this is the right company for the job? Or do I want them to feel just motivated to be able to move to the next page? What is it that I want them to feel? Right? What colors am I using? Colors, guys. If you guys do a little research on colors, there's a psychology behind the emotions that are elicited based on the colors that you use, right? So do a little research on the colors. So what do you want them to feel? Number 2, what do you want them to learn? Websites are all about education. You don't have to tell them everything about your company, your process, or the experience all in one page. You want to be strategic about that. So you ask yourself, what do you want them to learn on the homepage so that they will move to the next page? What do you want them to learn on the About page or on the Services page so that they will turn around and they contact you? Because ultimately, we want to convert this user. We want to convert this visitor, right, into a paying client. So what do we need them to do, or what do we need them to learn, right, about what I offer, who I am, what my services are, the value of the services, so that they are encouraged to now reach out to me? And number 3, what action do you want them to take, right, from that page? So I want you to look at the homepage and say, where do I need them to go? All right, what do I want them to learn about me next? And at some point, you want to direct them to the contact page. So when you look at each page has its own purpose and its own goal. If you pay close attention to that, you can create a strategy that's going to not only give them a great user experience, but they're not going to be confused. They know exactly what steps to take as they navigate through the website. That makes for a great experience, guys. So know the purpose and the goal. So now we're at number 6. Number 6 is to make sure you have clear call to actions, okay? Now, typically a call to action, when someone says, hey, make sure you have a call to action, they're typically telling you to put a button on each page that says, reach out to me now. But that isn't the only type of call to actions I want you to think about. You may not want someone to immediately reach out to you from the website. Maybe you're not done adding value. Maybe you're not done letting them know about your services. Maybe you haven't built enough confidence in them, right, to get them to reach out. Because so you have to serve a little, you have to add a little bit more value before they're going to reach out. So a call to action isn't always about getting to the contact page, right? So for example, in my homepage, I may want my user to go to the About Me. Because logically, I'm thinking, now that you know what my company's about and what service I offer, and my message is very clear, I want you to get to know me, the person who's offering the service, right? Because on top of eliciting emotions, I want to also build my credibility, my authority, why I'm the right person for the job. So on the About page, so I tell them on the homepage, click here to learn more about me. Right? Or my name is Joey. So I would say click here to learn more about Joey Thomas, right? So they would click there and they would go there. Now, on the About page, you can decide, is that enough or do they need to see what my services are? Right? Can they go straight to the contact or do I need to send them somewhere else? So if I wanted to send them, say, to my services and offerings page, I would say click here to learn, or to my experience where what the client's going to experience, I would say click here to learn more about your experience. Right? And you can name it whatever you want, whatever fits your brand, but that's the idea. So they click there and they go learn about the experience. Now from there, I would say contact me now. Like, I don't want them to click more than, I would say, 3-4 times before getting to the contact, right? I don't want them to jump a lot of hoops because then you've kept them too long. So whatever journey you map out, you want to get them to the contact in about 3 clicks, and not any more than that. If not, we may lose them at that point. So you can choose 2, 3 different places before they get to the contact. But because the contact is right there up in the navigation bar, clear as day, they can choose to go there anytime. That's their choice. But I am going to walk them through a user experience, right? And that's what these call to actions, if you want to make powerful call to actions, think about the user experience that we talked about earlier and guide them through your website. And you will see that those conversions are going to go through the roof. So now we are at number 7. Number 7, it seems like a no-brainer, but it is your contact form. Now, what about your contact form? Now, research shows that you do get a significant increase in conversions if you limit the number of fields in your contact form. So, and I've seen websites with 6, 7, 8, 9 fields to fill out, with every one of them being mandatory, right? And so you're not going to see a lot of conversion when that's the case. So here's our recommendation to you. I want you to keep the number of fields to about 3 to 5 fields. Now, what do we include in those fields? Some of the basics: name, email, phone number, who referred you, and then what type of service they're interested in. So that way you get to actually vet the people that are coming through. And if you wanted to start filtering them into email lists or any type of email campaigns, now you can categorize them based on who comes through your contact page. So now here's the thing. Just limiting the number of fields isn't going to do the whole job, right? So what you want to make sure is once they reach out to you, the whole point is to convert them. So how do we do that? Now, as a service-based business, you might be out walking a dog. You might be out with your kids. You might be having lunch. You might be sleeping, right? And leads can come in at any time of the day. And research also shows that the companies who actually respond first, their chances of converting the lead just goes up by 7 times. So, with that said, you want a system that's going to automate some of that process and takes the pressure off of you of having to always be glued to your phone. How do we do that? Now, here at 17 Hats, we allow you to create a contact form that you can directly embed into your website. But it doesn't end there. It's a clean form. It can be branded to your company. But once you do that, you can set it up to where it initiates a workflow. It automates a process in which you will respond to them immediately using their first name, right? And if you wanted to send a questionnaire along with that, you can do that as well. If you wanted to create a different workflow based on what they choose from your services, you can even do that. That's the beauty of using 17 Hats, because automation is so key. It is what's going to help you gain your sanity back and give you the ability to free yourself from being on your phone or on your computer all the time. So that is all about being able to grow and scale your business while keeping your sanity. So number 7 is a clear and easy contact form, right? Minimizing it down between 3 and 5 fields, right? Name, email address, phone number, the person or the place that referred you, and the type of service that they want. All right, guys, so that was it. Those were the 7 tips to higher conversions on your website. So I'm going to run down all 7 really quick for you. Number 1, impactful images that catch their attention. Number 2, a hyper clear brand message or brand promise right at the top of the page so they don't have to scroll down to be able to see it. Number 3, social proof. Make them feel comfortable that other people love you as well. Number 4, a great user experience. Make it easy for them and help them know where to go and showing them what the next steps are. Number 5, know the purpose and the goal for every page. Know what you want each page to accomplish, and you will get your user where you want them to go, which will lead to great conversions. Number 6, great call to action. Now remember, call to actions are not just to get them to reach out to you, it's that to get them to go to the page that you want them to go to, right? It's all about the user experience, or what we like to say here at 17 Hats, the client journey. If you can help craft the client journey on the website, you will get more conversions. And number 7, last but not least, a great clean and simple contact page. But beyond just having that embedded contact page from 17 Hats, you will also be able to automate. It allows you to automate processes, automate emails, automate questionnaires, making your life a whole lot easier. All right, guys, so that was your 7 tips to help you convert more clients on your website. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel because we're going to be rolling out a lot of videos like this for you guys, and I hope you're going to love it. So tell us what you think down in the comments. Tell us what your experience has been with your own website. Hopefully these tips will help you start revamping your website and helping you get more conversions starting now. See you guys later.